All right, everybody. Hi, and welcome to the official Body Spartan podcast. My name is Gabe Tuft. I am the founder of Body Spartan and your host for, about the next hour. As always, I'm joined by my lovely cohort, the one, the only, the lovely, the beautiful, the awesome, the fantastic, I want to say masochistic for some reason. I don't know. I screwed it up already.
First lady of Body Spartan. Priscilla.
All right, wait. Before I say anything, I have to mention that this is the third time we've done the intro to this podcast because we have fucked it up 3 times in a row.
We have never done that. I don't think we've ever. It's like whatever happens on the podcast, but it's like so bad, you guys. It would melt your faces.
Here's what happened. The first time, Priscilla had some stuff she absolutely wanted to say, and so she wrote it down on a big old piece of paper with like big old fucking letters and shit.
And hearts and stars.
And as soon as the intro started, she just shoved it in there, like forced it. I'm like, yo, dude, whoa. You can't say that right away. Like, and she walks out, I'm like, yo, just think of it like this. Think of it like anal sex. You can't force it. You have to just relax and let it happen.
Tell us about it.
Well, why don't you tell everybody about it?
Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Well, it's fantastic. It takes a lot of work to get it in there, but once it's in, everything's good. Most of the time. Unless she cries. If she cries, then it's not fun. So this is awkward. Anyway, yeah, so Priscilla's just looking at me with this weird, I don't even know what is that look?
Beep. I'm like, great. Like, this was an episode that was so massively impacting. Like, I'm so excited about what we're talking about tonight. And
Massive
now I can't.
And impacted after what I said. Yes.
Now I feel like I can't talk to
massively.
I can't share this call with
trust
anybody.
Trust me, this will be massively impacting.
Dude, our cute little homeschool mommy neighbor over here, like sweet Presbyterian church, darling, love her so much, Jessica from down the street. Jessica? Like, I'm doing my sprints out front. She pulls over and she's like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. I was just playing one of your podcasts in front of the kids.
In front of the kids? She played our podcast in front of kids?
I was like, oh no.
Did you not see
And she's like, we were in class one day and they were asking what you guys do for a living. And they turned the podcast on. She didn't know.
Dear God. You didn't see the big red E for explicit alongside the podcast?
She's like, it was okay. I teach them about all sorts of things.
Oh, my goodness. So if you are new to our podcast and you didn't see the big E that stands for explicit, do not play these podcasts for your 10-year-olds, please. This is adult content with adult
keep it
fucking language. Oh, good Lord. It's like saying, hey, let's go listen to the Joe Rogan podcast in front of our 10-year-olds. The same thing. You don't do that kind of shit.
No, and our poor child, like, she wants to watch her daddy's videos. Nope. And so I'll play them. And then she's like, oh, oops. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, the words we don't speak of.
It was really interesting. I was editing our seminar video from the Dallas tour, the Dallas Invasion tour we did a month ago. I'm finally getting around to editing it. I've been so slammed. But there was a portion of the seminar where I noticed that there were some kids there. When I first started talking, there were some younger children there. And I told everybody, I said, okay, if you guys know anything about us and Body Spartan, you know that we use some pretty explicit language. And I do this not flippantly, but I use impactful language for a very specific reason.
Impactful.
Massively impactful.
Massively impactful.
Cue sound effect. Massively impactful language for a very specific reason. And if you have a problem with that, I'm not sorry. You are welcome to leave right now. But if you choose to stay and put up with my massively impactful language,
AKA very crass.
What did I say? I used a very good, I don't know. It was basically said, my language, your life will be changed. I promise you before you walk out this door, your life will be changed. And so that's why it's very... I'm not the guy that's just like fuckity fuck. I'm not that guy, except right now when I'm that guy.
You're just that guy.
It has its place, and I'm not afraid to use that kind of language. A lot of guys are like, oh, don't use that. It's going to make the women cringe and the kid. I'm like, well, then don't listen to this.
And the kittens.
And what do I say? And the kids.
Oh, the kids. I thought you said
the
and
kids.
The kittens. The kittens are like,
the kittens.
Stop it right now.
So tonight's podcast is going to be incredible. I'm going to just line this out before, because we have our routine. We get into some fun stuff, and then we get into the meat and potatoes of everything. Is that a thing, meat and potatoes?
Are you guys like ready for some breakthrough tonight?
Yeah, it's gonna be
huge.
You never answered my question about meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. I would say that is like kind of like maybe an old person thing, or maybe
unless you think
not
dirty
an old
about
person
it,
thing.
You think meat and potatoes. They get what about like little red potatoes? It was like okay, never mind.
I'm not really. I'm more plant based.
All right, I know what I'm not getting tonight.
Well, I'm not depriving what I love. I'm just saying the thought of meat and potatoes. Like I'm just like I don't know if that's really so.
Well, this podcast is going to blow your fucking mind, and like I said, if you stick around to the end, you put up with my massively impactful language, this will change your life. I promise you, it will change your life. Trust me. This is what we do. And this one is going to be fucking awesome. Now, that being said...
You said if they stay... Who doesn't stay till the end?
Well, a lot of people get to work and they forget. If you get to work, if you're listening to this on the way to work...
Set a reminder, fools.
Fucking reminder in your phone. Open your Google Calendar when you get off work. Finish the podcast.
You gotta finish.
On how to get results with anything. How to get results with anything that you do. We are about to tell you our secrets on how to get results and why Body Spartan has been so incredibly successful.
I think we should keep it to ourselves and stop the podcast right now.
You know, I don't want to brag, but I do have to say that we had over 2.2 million visitors to the website last year.
Boom. Was that from all those days of sleeping in?
It totally was from all those days when I did nothing. You know, it happened. I posted a video and my world changed. No, it took work, guys. It took lots of work.
There was technique?
There was. And, you know, I also want to mention that I am damn proud that some of our videos have 6.8 million views and others have 16 million views on Facebook. I'm fucking proud of that, man. And that says a shit ton. So if you want to get results with anything, I think we're the right people to talk to about that.
We may or may not be.
I may have a trick or two up my sleeve. That being said.
And we'll tell you where we got them.
Speaking of tricks up my sleeve, this Monday and Tuesday is my return to Sonoma Raceway, racing a 1000cc now Superbike, tuned by none other than Will Morton of MWorks 707. He is Josh Herron's mechanic. If you guys don't know who Josh Herron is, he's up there in Moto America. The dude's fucking amazing.
She came back looking pretty sexy.
She looks damn sexy.
I was like taking out the trash and she's like, hey.
My track bike? Yeah. I don't have a name for her yet.
She's just a cutie pie.
I don't know she's like the Black Widow.
Oh, that's cute. Because you got the other R1. She's all sad.
Well, here's the thing. So tricks up my sleeve. I didn't drive. I trailered the trash and wrecked track bike up to Will. It's like an hour away. And we're a day away from getting it back, or 2 days away. He's like, hey, Gabe, calls me. He's like, hey, you got that ABS unit for the bike? And ABS is anti-lock braking systems. And we take them out of all the race bikes. And this is my first time doing it. And I go, I took it out, dude. He's like, would you have it? I need the wiring harness off of it. I'm like, oh, that. I may have thrown it in the trash, and the garbage truck came yesterday. So I was fucked. So I had to trailer the street bike up to Will that same day and part that. So I forgot to order so many parts for the track bike, the windscreen, the front gas tank cover, something with the clutch sensor. The ABS unit is now in the track bike, the wiring harness. Like my street bike, my beautiful brand new R1 is just in pieces up at Will's place.
Kind of a little bit sad.
It is. But I got the track bike back. I'm good to go. I will be on the track for the Yamaha Appreciation Day, Monday and Tuesday, post Moto America. And then 2 weeks after that, ladies and gentlemen, it's race time.
I want to hear your opinions of what it should be called, because I don't like the idea of it having the word widow in it. I mean, geez, you laid that bike going down 90 miles an hour. Actually, when you landed, it was 90.
I'm not sending it anymore.
And
I have to make it through the race day.
But honestly,
I have 3 or 4 races
the
that
name
day,
could not be called widow of any kind, that'd be great.
Oh, you don't like the connotation?
I don't like the connotation. I feel like it maybe, I don't know.
It's
black magic, maybe, or like I don't know.
Black magic.
But black.
Isn't that racist?
I don't know. No, I think it's witchy.
It's
or
2018. Something. You can't say anything without offending somebody.
I don't know. And all of these connotations are like cleaning supplies now, so I feel like it's fine somewhere.
I don't fucking know.
So who's got a name for the bike? Let us know. We want your opinions.
I need a name for the track bike, guys. She's
We need
getting
a
stickered up
name.
this week. Give me a name for the track bike. I will be at the Raceway Monday and Tuesday. And then if you guys are in the area, you're near Sonoma Raceway, you want to come to the races, send us an email or just show up. It's the AFM race, September 1st and 2nd. It's Saturday and Sunday at Sonoma Raceway. My ass will be there. If you guys want to come down to the pits and say hi, you are more than welcome to. I will let you into my pit. You can see the track bike. You can kiss the track bike. You cannot make love to the track bike, but you can touch it in all the other places you want to. I'm not going to say I sneak down in the middle of the night and touch my track bike. Because that would just be weird, right? Right? Right?
I don't know what might happen as a result of that.
So, hey, guys, I think that's really it. Oh, by the way, I wanted to let the whole world know that we have, I don't think even Priscilla knows this. There is a program we've been working on called Savage Aesthetics. It's our intermittent fasting program. And today I realized, holy shit, we're 2 months behind on the release. And we have to reshoot all the videos, and I got to edit the videos. And so I may or may not have Sean Lehner fly out here and finish.
When did you
He's gonna
plan
crash with us
that?
today. It's very possible you can come out next weekend, shoot all the videos with us, and Sean Smith and I are going to try to edit and get everything done in a week. Because literally we're down to just editing videos. We have all the templates made for it. We just got to edit the videos, get it into the system, give it to my programmer, tell him go, and we're good. So
That guy
I'm
is such a
hoping
power
by
piece.
mid-September we got Savage Aesthetics up and running. So look forward to that, guys. And by the way, I'm still working on the possibility of doing the subscription for $20 a month, $15 a month, access to all programs, as well as the Spartan Army. If you are interested in that, let me know. I want to know your opinions on that. Would you rather pay one price for each one, or would you rather be on a monthly subscription?
Oh my goodness sakes.
What?
Okay, so you're wearing these like graffiti kind of pants, right?
They're shorts.
And you've got shorts, and they're like, you've got these words here and there.
Oh, you're just now realizing what they say.
But right there, the one on your, it says dong.
Yeah, it says Dong Gang all over it.
But it says dong on your dong.
Yeah, it's right on the fly, and it says Dong.
And then down on your leg, it says wang.
Yeah. So I bought these shorts off Amazon. I couldn't see what they said. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Wang and dong.
And the funny part about it is when they came and I opened them, it had no button. It had no button above the fly.
Did I have to sew one on?
You did, and you never got around to it.
So it's still got no button?
No, see, look, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
I've just been.
Degenerate wife.
You're not a degenerate wife. What are you talking?
I forgot to sew your button on your
you're
dong.
horrible. You should be spanked.
On your wang dong pants.
You should be spanked. Well, that's what's going on in the world of body, Spartan.
Go sew a button about
Let's talk
it.
about how to get results with anything. And I mean anything.
Anything. For
So
us,
many
though.
people are looking to get results, whether it's advancing in life, whether it's starting their own business and seeing results, whether it's being an Instagram whore. I mean, there's a million things that you want to do and you're not getting the results that you want on. I'm telling you, if you use, that Instagram whore thing, I'm going to have to circle back about 10 times through this because I just see places to put that all over tonight's notes. I'm horrible. P is not giving me the warm and fuzzy look right now.
I was actually scratching my nose authentically with my middle finger.
Here,
but really not to what? Are you not happy with the mic position?
Here, wait, give me your mic because it's like I don't know why it's always you, but this is how we damage microphones. There we go. We can't pull on the cords like that.
Do you see me pulling on a cord?
I would like you to pull on my cord, but anywho, do you know we were naked the last podcast and now this? What is going on?
I feel like so
Instagram horse.
Yeah, so we're not going to get naked this time. Sorry, guys. Sorry,
No.
not sorry.
No.
Last time was really quite spicy.
Well, let's just say, guys and girls, right now, you are absolutely in the right place. If you've tried, pretty much anything and still haven't reached your goal, specifically nutrition and dieting, fitness
Weight
kind of
Watchers,
stuff, starting
Jenny
your
Craig.
own business, all those fun things, and you haven't met your goals. You're trying, but you're not there. You're definitely in the right place. So I want you to think about this. Life is short. And even though some of us live to be 109, Some of us don't. And the one thing that I always preach is that you cannot get time back. Time is the one thing that you cannot get back in life. You can get your money back. You can get your wife back. You can get your husband back. You can get your dog back when it runs away. But you cannot get time back. Time is not your enemy either. It's a construct that we've created in our heads. But life is finite. So why are you fucking wasting it? Why are you wasting your fucking life not getting what you want? If you get to do this one time, why are you not there yet? That is the question I want you to ask yourself.
And it's not for lack of trying. You just might not have the technique. You might not have that thing that puts you on the leading edge in every single aspect of your life, but there is a way. There's a reason you're not getting it. We're going to get into that. I almost like just give it away right now. I was like,
give away all the shit.
No, we're not ready yet.
Okay, it's like wrestling. So there's this term in wrestling. Well, it's in a lot of different industries, but in wrestling, we want to give the people in the crowd stuff and things. We want to give them little bits and pieces of the show. We don't want to give them the big finale in the beginning, because then what else is after that? You give them everything.
But mine was a good tease.
Well, we would say you don't want to blow your load in the beginning is what I'm getting at. But you don't want to blow your load in the beginning, because then what comes after that? Nothing. You're done. You want to go to sleep and take a nap. If you see the coolest shit in a wrestling match in the first 30 seconds, well, why the fuck are you going to stick around for the next 10 minutes?
And obviously, we're talking about blowing up a dump truck.
Yes.
What you don't want to blow up. You don't want to blow up a dump truck.
Whatever. There's no kids listening to this, and if there are, you're a terrible parent.
Jesus
I just want you to know
listening.
that you're a horrible. If you have your kids listening to this, you're a terrible parent, and you should just fucking go hit your head in a corner somewhere.
But you know what's so funny is like our home is like so pure and well-rounded. People were probably like, "Oh, their 6-year-old's probably a savage."
She's probably terrible. Probably has a potty mouth on her.
She's like, I really don't appreciate the words that Brandon and Howard and Gabe or Daddy.
Oh, Mia says that all the time.
I do not appreciate the language, those words we don't speak of. Like I heard them in the office with the door shut. I heard him.
Oh dear, I've been called out. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're already smashing your goals, if you're one of those guys or those girls that is already on top of shit, and you're meeting every single one of your goals physically, emotionally, in your career, in your family, then guess what? This fucking podcast is not for you.
Also, if you're under 12 years old, it's not for you. Maybe 9. Maybe.
I had to turn down my volume.
If you're not allowed to watch adult cartoons, this call is not for you. This podcast is absolutely not up your alley.
This call.
The wrong-o.
This call. What are we? Like we on wired telephones now? What's going on?
Yes.
This call. You know what else? Speaking of
Disconnect
wrestling.
from the wall.
Speaking of wrestling, it's so funny. I have to, because every time somebody says call, I think of the old wired phones that we used to have with the long curly cords, and half the people listening to this probably never even experienced that drama where you had to have a 20-foot cord in your house. Because the kids wanted to talk. The phone was in the kitchen, and you had to have like the 20 or 30-foot cord that ran all the way to the bedroom.
These people have been to museums, duh. Like I'm sure they've seen one of those things.
The struggle is real, guys. The struggle is fucking real.
So here's what's going to go down tonight, you guys. You're going to learn what those that succeed do consistently that you're not doing. You're going to learn how to achieve sustained fitness success and anything that you want in your life. And you're going to find out what's held you back so you can move forward. How about that? You want to do that?
You know what's holding me back?
Your dong pants?
That's exactly what I was going to say. No, actually what I was going to say is Instagram whores. They're holding me back. They are the bane of my existence.
You know what's really funny? Your hand was down there next to your pants, and I saw no dong.
Oh, my tattoo, my knuckle
like
tattoo
right
says no. Great. Now I'm a eunuch.
No wine.
You're not a eunuch, are you? Well, yeah. So I was saying earlier that if you want results, we're definitely the right people to talk to. And I think it's really important before we get into this to just reiterate that we have been there. We have done that. We have been where you guys are. We understand your struggle. We understand that getting results can be frustrating. It does not happen overnight. It's something that takes time. And it's taken us, how long have we been working at this? When did you start? Okay,
Always.
Let's wind the clock back and let's paint a picture for everybody that's listening because they don't have a visual. Let's paint a picture. You started your fitness modeling career when?
Oh my goodness. I was 21. We won't talk about how long
Well,
ago
you're still
that
21.
was. I'm still 20.
Yeah.
I'm forever, at least according to my daughter. She
Her
thinks I'm
concept of time is so warped because she
ever-
asked me last week, she's like, Daddy, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 39. She's like, Mommy's 21. I'm all, babe, no, she's not.
You told her?
I said you were 22.
Oh, okay. That's better. That's better. We've been working at this our entire adult life.
But you specifically, I think that your story is important to as precedent for this. So you were 21 when you started your modeling career, and I remember you started modeling, doing the time for portfolio stuff. You paid your dues with that shit. You got discovered by Alex Ardenti, who does all the major fitness model shoots, and I think he shot you after your first contest, right?
Actually, he
know
was
Carl
one of
shot you
my
over.
he was one of my fourth or fifth contacts.
Oh, I got this thing all
But
wrong.
but it's okay. It was a lot. There was a lot of skin in the game, and there was a lot of failing to get to the very first cover shoot, to get to the very first editorial. There was so much, and even to jump on stage and even place in the top 5, it was so much of the right secret sauce. Which
Well,
we're
it
going to talk
was
about.
your first. Well, was your first contest the Miss Bikini America, the national regionals, whatever that was?
Miss Fitness America.
It was Fitness America.
Yeah. hmm
That's right. And what'd you get in that? What'd you place?
I placed second.
That's
next to Jennifer Nicole Lee, and I was like,
Oh, that's right.
why
That was before
do you
she was
have
famous.
to be so incredibly phenomenal? And I'm standing right next to, I should have broken your legs backstage. No, she's
pull
like
a
the
Tanya Harding.
sweetest. She is like the most darling woman ever. And so, yeah, she went back there and won every girl backstage. And I was like, wait a minute, that was my strategy.
I did.
She crushed it. She crushed it. There was 200 and how many girls?
It was a massive
It was
contest.
insane, and we worked
Okay,
hard.
wait a minute. She crushed it, but you crushed it. That was second place in your first contest.
True.
Up along JNL, who is now world famous. I mean, not saying that you're not, but you're very famous. In the
She
fitness world.
has really.
So you won your
succeeded
first
in incredible
contest,
ways.
and then you went on to nationals.
And by the way, she's a dear friend of mine, so I'm not meaning to.
She's awesome. I've never met her, but
No,
Priscilla has.
she's very, very darling, very, very sweet. I'm proud of her.
And it's funny, here I am coughing again. I think every podcast have a reason to be coughing the way I am, but we have these massive fires up here in Northern California again. The Mendocino fire is now the largest fire in the in the history of the state of California. And I got all the windows open because I'm hot.
Yeah, it's weird. You kind of get like a weird throat and weird
Yeah.
eyeballs and weird
So you did
everything.
that. You went to nationals. Somehow you got into Hawaiian Tropic. I don't really remember that story. All I remember is that I was in my 20s and I was surfing every day, and P was just like, "Yo, deuces, I got to go to a contest." Okay, deuces,
Well,
I
like
got
pack 12
photo shoot.
sandwiches in your
Deuces,
bag.
I'm going to Vegas. I got this and that to do, and it was like contest, and I didn't even realize it until one day I'm walking in the store and I look on the shelf. We're in Albertsons in San Clemente. And I'm walking by, I'm just getting groceries with her, and I get to the checkout line, and I look over, and here is Priscilla on the cover of fucking Muscle Mag. And I'm like, that looks a lot like, wait, oh, that is you on the cover of Muscle Mag. I'm like, do we buy one? Like, is that weird?
Unfortunately, my dad saw it too in like another state.
Dude,
or whatever.
okay, so that's going to be one of the things that I always
It was fine. It was
talk
clean.
about in every
Fitness
seminar I do, every fucking motivational. Don't give a fuck what other people think, guys. Your biggest hurdle in life is your fucking parents, because you're worried about what they're going to say or do or think. You're worried about what your parents think. I'm such a proponent of this, and I was listening to some of Gary Vaynerchuk's stuff. I think it was on Instagram, and he's on this kick right now. He's saying the same thing I am. He's like, your parents are holding you back. Your mom and dad are going to love you no matter what, because they gave birth to you. Well, your
So
mom gave
true.
birth to you. Your dad helped create you.
Oh,
Awkward.
oh,
Awkward. But the point is, they're going to love you no matter what. So go do what you need to fucking do and stop listening to them. Because, with me, my parents, dude, I should have been a civil engineer.
and you know what? Thank you, Daddy, because he bought every single one of those magazines that he found in line
So nobody else could.
so that he could burn them before anyone else could look at them.
What I was getting at is that
I wasn't. What's so bad about fitness? Jeez, it's not like I was.
there's
in a
nothing
G-string.
wrong with fitness, but you're concerned about what your parents think.
Exactly.
Partially because your dad is a pastor, and you're worried that he's going to be like, oh my gosh, my daughter's in a bikini. Well, I'm sure he doesn't think that. I'm sure he doesn't think that. I promise you. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Your
They
parents,
love you no matter
people always
what.
worry what they're going to think. Don't fucking worry about what other people think. You're holding yourself back from your true potential. If I had done what my parents wanted me to do, which was, by the way, speaking of accolades, I have a degree in civil engineering. I went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. I majored in hydrology with a minor in structural engineering. I was in an office 5 days a fucking week, believe it or not. And when I told my parents that I was leaving to start my own business,
They were so proud.
I started a business. Priscilla had started her own business. It was called Exclusive Fitness. She had a personal training center where she trained very high-end, affluent people, and it went really good. She owned the entire personal training center. She expanded out. She was having multiple, not multiple O's, multiple organizations. That's the word I'm looking for. Multiple locations. Instagram
Multiple
whores.
O's, not O's.
Instagram whores. It all could, I don't know. But I had called my business Exclusive Development. I left my civil engineering job to work from home for the very first time at 20. Was I 26? 27, 26.
I feel like you were 24.
I took the risk. I took the fucking risk.
You were
guys.
sitting there on the couch, like rocking back and forth, like barely clinging on to life. And I'm like, you run the department that you work in. Why don't you just own it and facilitate? Like
I hated my life. I was like a
crushed
caged
it.
lion, dude. I looked out the window. I had a huge office in the window. I had a huge window in the office. I had a huge office in the window. I had a huge window in my office. I had a corner office, and I just looked out like, I want to be out there. And guess what? I fucking decided to do it one day.
Out there. Do you remember Fievel?
I do. My mom really wants Mia to watch that movie.
Aw.
Yeah, she's like, can she watch Five? I'm like, I don't know. Ask Priscilla. Anyway, all that to say that P has walked the walk and talked the talk. She's been on numerous covers of magazines, Muscle Mag, Max Fitness. Dude, I can't even name them all. Been in multiple oxygen spreads. I mean, what other? I can't even name them all.
Blah, blah, blah. Model, take picture,
She's
put
got a
in
degree
magazine.
in marketing. She's the co-founder of Body Spartan. Every single program that we have is her proprietary formula she developed for the nutrition. She designed the entire Revolution program. She's super fucking mom.
And Gabe beat up other people in his underwear on national TV for like 6
thank you. I
years
was in
or
World
whatever.
Wrestling Entertainment
Like,
for 4 years. 4 years.
yeah. Woo, crowd goes wild.
Hey, I will tell you what. One of the coolest moments of my life. No, one of the coolest moments of my wrestling career. It was very impactful because week after week I would go out there and I would stand in front of between 6,000 and 10,000 people
In your underwear.
in my underwear, boots, and we would play fight.
And he looked so good.
But
We would play fight.
it's such a cool thing because it's not like any other team sport where you go out there and you rely on your other team. It's all eyes on you for your set amount of time. And I don't want to bust anybody's bubble, but wrestling is predetermined. So we would get 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 20, whatever they gave us. That was our time, and all eyes were on us. And I've been in front of some pretty big crowds. So we get, 6,000 to 10,000 people a week, and then however many millions watch on TV. WrestleMania in Arizona. Dude, I walked out in front of 80,000 people. I wasn't main eventing. I was in the battle royal in the beginning where they got like all 20 guys, 3 guys in the ring. Basically, anybody who didn't have a match at WrestleMania, they go, well, let's get you out there in front of people. So they just threw us in the ring and let us fuck around. But 80,000 people in an arena. It was fucking amazing, dude. It was unreal. And so then after that, I quit. I quit, started digital marketing agency, did pretty good with that. And then I started Body Spartan. Priscilla and I found it together. But
I quit. Why?
Oh, because I didn't want to travel, dude. I got a wife and a daughter at home. My daughter was 8 months old and she was crying every time I'd leave. I was gone 5.5, 6 days a week. You can't be a dad and be gone.
So did
like
you
that.
quit or did you grab a hold of the life that you really wanted?
I'm
Just
in the
saying.
pursuit of happiness. And I know everything that shines ain't always going to be golden.
And if you don't know that song, now you do.
If you don't know, now you know.
Mm.
Insert non-racist word.
Right. Friend.
Look, I know you guys don't want to hear about all this shit, but I think it's important that we kind of cover that so you know that we have actually done the fucking walk. I mean, we are here to help you. And
what do you really want to hear? You want to hear how we did it, right?
Yeah, they want to hear how we fucking did it. All right.
Let's tell you how we did that. And I mean, why not go with a fitness modeling career? Because I used that as a platform to learn these things.
As an example. Sure. Okay. Well, okay. Then this is how you get results from anything or for anything. How do you get results with anything? Priscilla's going to use her fitness modeling career. I'm going to interject with some other things, but go ahead and start. Let's if you got your phone, and I tell you guys this all the time, take notes. We're going to give you bullet points. I want you to take fucking notes. Get a pen and paper out. Get a Word document out. If you got your phone there, pull up the notepad and take some fucking notes because this shit is important.
If you're in jail, carve it into your arm.
Lisa Morales
with your friends
commented on Facebook on our seminar, and she literally stopped work. And by the way, Lisa Morales was a fan in wrestling. We got to know her as an acquaintance. She's a very nice female who's followed Body Spartan for a while. I'd even call her a friend. I'll call her a friend. She's a friend of ours. I like her. She's cool.
She's darling.
But she put a comment that said, dude, I stopped work, turned around, and wrote down on my hand what you guys said. Bullet point.
She's
and guess
so
what?
rad.
You know what that bullet point was?
What was it?
Don't give a fuck what other people think from the
Hey.
seminar. Yeah. Bullet point number 1. She wrote on her hand. But our bullet
There's your
point number
next
1 to
tattoo.
getting results with anything. Number 1, have an effective plan that you do not deviate from. Now, explain you how you did that with your fitness career.
Well, I just mainly didn't have time to try a trillion things and figure out which one worked.
So your plan was to use your...
Pick one and do it.
Your plan was to use your sports nutritionist knowledge, create your own formula for nutrition, and not fucking deviate from it.
I didn't in the beginning. I had to find
Did you
a way.
flounder?
I don't want to... no, I didn't have time to flounder. But I had to do one. Did you splash yourself in the eye?
Dude, that was crazy. I drank my water and I started to put it down, and a little drop splashed up right in my pupil. And it scared the shit out of me.
So you can't try a million programs like Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, keto, low fat, whatever. You can't try a million things and hope that one of them works in the course of you trying a trillion things. You have to do one thing and stick with it. You can't pick the one that's most convenient. Why? Because there's no time. You're going to be half naked on stage at a specific date, at a specific time. And if you're not ready, you're not ready.
Well, basically, you have to trust that the program will work and not jump off the boat the first sign of it not performing at optimal performance.
Let's talk about bamboo for a
Allow
second.
myself to introduce myself.
I believe it's bamboo, or what's the other little like lucky plant?
I
can't think of what the lucky plant is, but it grows underground. And for 25 years, the seed has been planted, it's been watered, it's got all that crap it needs, it's got the light and everything, and nothing comes of the plant. And then all of a sudden, it shoots 25 meters out of the ground in one day. You don't know what work is being done beneath the surface while you're doing the daily do, while you're eating the food, while you're doing the workouts.
While you're eating the frog.
While you're eating the frog. And you have to trust the process and just go with it.
When I started Body Spartan, I had a plan. And my plan has evolved since the beginning of Body Spartan, but my plan was to get myself out of the current situation that I was in. And my plan was to not have the digital marketing business. And how I did that is I used every fucking, and this, my plan was to use every available hour of my day to create content for Body Spartan. And I knew that would win. And my plan in the beginning, I'm going to give you guys the very beginning plan of Body Spartan, was to create as much valuable content for you guys, for anybody that wanted to land on the Facebook page or the site and not ask anything in return. My goal was to provide motivation and build a fan base, build the brand. I didn't want anything from anybody. I just wanted people to start landing on the site. And then I knew in the future I would ask for something. But just like the way Facebook built Facebook and every other social media platform, You didn't have to do anything in the beginning. There were no ads. There was no nothing. We liked it and we used it. It was great. And then they started running ads everywhere. I run ads now. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's what it takes to keep this thing in business and to keep the motivation that you see going. But in the beginning, my plan was put out immensely valuable content for free and do it with passion and do it from the heart and build a business that I can be proud of and do it all online and to find a way to make money in my sleep so that I could make enough money with Body Spartan to leave the digital marketing business. That was my plan. We talk about an effective plan. It's not just have a plan, guys. It's have an effective plan and don't deviate from it. How much I spent a year.
You must believe in it.
1 second, please. I'm talking. I spent a year developing content for Body Spartan with a fucking iPhone and a pirated copy of Adobe Premiere. Self-taught. And I did not deviate from I stuck to that plan to the very end, to the first time we dropped the product. And it fucking worked. And I'm not saying it's going to work every time, but you got to have an effective plan. And an effective plan is one that is well thought out, well articulated, and has been proven to work in the past. And you have to know somebody that's done this and seen it work and has the results. And that's how I did it. I watched and I listened and I learned. And I took knowledge and advice from people that have been there and done that before. And I applied it and I created my own plan. That is how you get shit done. Okay. Bullet point number 2 on how to get results with anything. Write this shit down, guys. Mindset work.
And if you're not willing to do this, you might as well just go ahead and shut the podcast off now because this is freaking everything.
Yeah,
mindset is everything.
If you're not willing to do all the bullet points here, just turn the podcast off right now. And for those of you that have listened to this before and have implemented what we say, you understand it works because you have to do everything and you have to be willing to try something different that you haven't done before. If you want different results, you want something you've never had, you have to do something different that you've never done before. So if this sounds weird to you in any way, shape, or form, or like, oh, I don't like this shit. Well, you know what? Turn the fucking podcast off.
And we do have a phone number you can call. It's 1-800. I'm going to go ahead and keep my life the same.
That basically
and then we're good.
Yeah. So if you don't want to make a change in your life, then don't fucking listen to this. So mindset work. Why are the people that purchase Body Spartan programs or fans of Body Spartan, followers of Body Spartan, why are they so successful? Mindset work. They have a strong why. And again, in the Dallas seminar, in the Austin seminar, and every seminar I've fucking done, the biggest thing is knowing your why.
We have gone over this so many times.
I'm not going to go over it again, but the why is the driving emotional force behind everything that you do. Your mind is so powerful that if you lock into that, you will accomplish fucking anything. And I'm going to use this again. I've used it before. The University of Utah did a study where they casted the wrists of 14 people in each group. If I remember the numbers, I'm going off the top of my head here. It may have been 7, it may have been 14 in each group. I don't know. Basically, in one group, they said, I want you to visualize 20 minutes a day. And they actually walked them through this visualization session of them using their muscles and their muscles being strong, the wrist muscles that were casted and full functionality. In the other group, they didn't do shit. They just let them go off and do their thing. At the end of the 6 weeks for this experiment, they cut the cast off. In the group that they did the visualization sessions with, they were 50% stronger than the group that did not do visualization sessions. Thereby, fucking proving you can will your muscles to grow with your mind. If you can do that with your mind, imagine how powerful it is if you have the right mindset for everything else that you are doing when it comes to getting results.
Think about the things that you want. It's not just the 6-pack. It's not just the money. Are you looking to find a lover? Are you looking to heal a relationship? Are you looking for fulfillment in your life? You can apply these techniques to any aspect of your life and succeed in massive ways. massively impacting ways.
Massively impacting internet horrors. IG horrors, sorry. Put that in your mindset visualization, will you?
So when these people have their whys, they don't just have it in their mind, they train with it in their mind. They do every single thing in their life in light of the reason they're doing it.
Well, and so that's why it cannot be superficial. It can't just be, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to gain 10 pounds. It's got to be something emotionally, you got to be emotionally attached to it. You got to work on your mind. You got to visualize. You have to, well, actually, I think that's the next point. Let's talk about visualization. Taking time to visualize your goal and what it is that you want is paramount to your success. So you've got your effective plan, right? You know what the end game is. You need to visualize that. You need to be able to see that. You need to take the time to do that. And there are exercises, there are mindset exercises that Priscilla does, that I do, that many of the most successful people in the world do.
Ladies of Revolution, you know your sleep audio is a visualization. It's highly impacting. You girls are getting results without any working out, without any nutrition plan.
Yep.
You're starting with this. You're getting results before you even start day one.
Yeah, Priscilla developed some really cool neurohacking techniques that are part of her Revolution, Revolution Women's Fitness Program. And the neurohacking techniques, it's basically a sleep audio that she developed with specific, I believe it's binaural beats and isochronic tones, along with some hypnotic, not hypnotic. It's basically.
I mean, that's what it is, but that word freaks people out.
I know. It's long story short,
it's
the
a subliminal
science behind it creates a subliminal message in your mind, but it literally reprograms your mind. We call it neurohacking, and it reprograms your mind, and you actually lose weight while you sleep. But it also programs your mind for the next day. So you're getting these subliminal messages in your ear throughout the night. Well, however long the audio is, like an hour long, I think, if I remember correctly. Is it that long? I don't know. Whatever.
Wait, what?
I said, how long is your audio?
Oh, it's on repeat. So they can listen to it however long if they want, or it can just be 20 minutes, or they can do the idea is that it
meditation reprograms your mind for the next day. So when you get up, you are ready to fucking go, and your mind's already thinking about the goal.
I totally stared at you blankly when you asked me a question.
I know.
That was so
girl?
awkward.
I mean, you've only been up since 4:30 this morning. So.
Oh yeah, and it's like midnight. Oh wait, it's past midnight.
No, it's 11:30. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it's not midnight.
Well, she's been up for 20 hours is the idea here. So she's yeah. Speaking of taking work, it takes fucking work to get shit done, guys. If you want results, you got to put in the work. Okay, so number 1, have an effective plan. Do not deviate from it. 2, do the mindset work. And there are ways and exercises to do that. We'll get into that later. But I want you guys to understand that visualization mindset is fucking key. You know what? I don't want to leave that topic. It's so goddamn important.
The mindset work?
Mindset work. It's so important.
It's the whole act as if, huh?
It is. Because when I was starting Body Spartan, I mean, dude, I have grown so much spiritually and mentally and emotionally over the last 5-6 years. In this journey of leaving WWE, starting the digital marketing agency, and then starting Body Spartan. I mean, I was an angry person. I was a very negative person, and I changed that. I changed my mindset. I programmed my mind. I reprogrammed my mind to not be negative and to see the world in a different light. And when I started to think about things positively and not twist, but just put a spin on everything, everything changed.
You don't gotta be so damn mad all the time.
And it's not just about being mad or frustrated or stressed. I mean, it starts there.
See, that's another thing. Programming from when you grow up. Like, sometimes there are influences that we have that create this aspect of our life where we feel like we've got to have a chip on our shoulder, and you don't. Life is not angry. Life is what you decide that it'll be.
Right. But we didn't understand that when we started this journey. And that's why mindset work it's just so important. Everything starts in the mind. When you start thinking about and focusing on your goals, when you start thinking about and focusing on the end game, those things are put right in front of you. And you know, Tony Robbins, I'm gonna mention Tony. He always says focus on the result, not on how you're going to get there. Basically, I'm really slaughtering the paraphrase there, but he's talking about focus on the end game. Know what it is you want. Have a clear idea of what it is you want, and the how will happen.
And there was this really cool thing that I just thought of in regards to fitness modeling and just being a competitive fitness athlete is we would spend hours in front of the mirror posing, and we would watch our muscles in the mirror. We would put on that posing suit and we'd look at ourselves and we would shut off all the lights in our mind and turn on the spotlight.
Oh, God, I really thought you were going to say you're going to shut off all the lights in the room and then, cool shit happened.
We would pretend.
And Instagram whores were born.
Possibly. We would pretend that we were there in front of the judges. And we would smile the way that we would smile on stage. We would hold our body the way that we hold our bodies on stage. And we would become that person for 20 minutes a day. And what if we brought that into every aspect of our life? Where we stepped into the shoes of that millionaire. Where we stepped into the slippers of the fulfilled husband or fulfilled wife. Proud father. You can feel it before you do it. And your results will be exponential.
And that is, do you remember when we would sit down in the living room and spend an hour a couple times a week visualizing what it was that we wanted?
Oh, yeah.
We would sit there and we would just be in a calm state. We would talk about what it would be like to reach our goal. How much money we had in the bank. What it was like to not have financial stress.
Oh, can I just say something real fast? This is like, we're always honest on. Okay, so I do remember that. And I love that. And here we are, striving for more. You guys, it is so vital that you celebrate your success and you feel what it feels like to succeed at something. Because if you do not celebrate how far you've come, then you won't want to keep going. So, like, how about a little celebration stance for us? Because here we are, living what we manifested together.
I love it, man. I was silent for a minute because I was really taking that in. I was thinking about where we came from, which was nothing. And I know you guys, he was a WWE superstar, dude. When I walked out of there, I had nothing. They didn't pay shit back
We
then.
had a surprise $120,000 bill when I went from a home birth to a C-section, and that drained our accounts.
See ya.
It was gone. It was we're like, we had all of our money completely drained.
Yeah, we had nothing.
And
I started Body Spar with the last freaking $40 in my pocket,
20.
by the way. Well, it depends. There was the Instagram whore in me that got the other 20. All right.
Nip slip.
Back to the meat and potatoes. Yeah, about that.
Are we doing meat and potatoes again?
I just said it to circle back. It's a circle back. It's what the comedians do. They always go back. Like, circle back. I don't know.
Are you a comedian now?
No, I'm not a fucking comedian. I could be.
Well, you're not
I could
funny.
visualize myself being a comedian, though.
Funny.
Hey.
No more meat and potatoes.
I could visualize myself being a... Do you see what?
No
see, you missed it again. I circled back and said visualize.
I know.
You
are amazing.
God, you just killing me sometimes.
You're
Number one, have an effective plan and do not deviate from it. So if you guys are doing a fitness, your fitness goal is fitness right now, because a lot of you listen to this podcast because we're a fitness company. Have an effective plan. An effective plan would be a fitness program, a pre-designed fitness program from a coach, from us, Body Spartan. You could do Genesis, G2, Unleashed, or Revolution. There are 4 programs right now. That's an effective plan that's proven to work. You know that shit works. You don't have to use our programs, but I'm telling you, our shit works. Do the mindset work. Take time to visualize. Look up some visualization exercises. We're going to give you more information on that later. And finally,
we actually have a really good one on our website.
Oh, it's on one of the podcasts, right?
No, I actually wrote an article years ago. It's really good.
Well, that helps everybody.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Google Body Spartan.
Google that shit. They'll never find it. Number 3, you're still writing this down, guys, right? You got your phones out. You got a Word doc. You got a pen and paper. You're writing it in the sand and the beach. I don't care. You're writing this down.
Can I take them home?
No, you can't take them home. This is critical. If you want to get results with anything, get a fucking coach. And you can write the word fucking in there. Get a fucking coach. This is one, okay, I've said this every time. I think these bullet points are so paramount. These are the 3 things that we did to get where we are. To take the last $20, $40 in my pocket and turned Body Spartan into a 7-figure company that's withstood
Withsteed.
the test of time against all these other fucking,
The teat of time.
local yokels that are showing up on the internet. This is why that we have people who were about to commit suicide and decided not to when they stumbled across one of our videos. All this information that we have done, that we have walked the walk, it's because we had coaches.
We stood on the shoulders of somebody who had already succeeded. They hoisted us up there. And
they paved the way for us. They didn't give us stuff. They didn't just give it, oh, here's money, go do this. No, it wasn't.
But
when I say
us
stuff, they didn't give us money. They didn't invest in the company. No, none of that ever happened. There's been no investors in this company, by the way, guys.
Ain't nobody going to do your due but you.
Yeah.
That was so cute. Ain't nobody going to do your due but you.
We're talking about knowledge. And we're talking about, I mentioned earlier about time and how important time is. That we don't get time back. Every second counts. You cannot get that last second back.
But honestly,
how do you condense years of experience that people have already been through? Somebody like Priscilla or myself, that in this industry, dude, I've been doing this since I was 14.
Same here. 14.
Professionally since I was in my 20s. So we have got a combined, dude,
so
like 30 plus years of knowledge here that we can help you with.
And a good coach is going to provide you with the shortcuts to success. They're going to give you the right supplements, the techniques, the tricks, the resources, the people. They're going to give you the connections that are going to push you forward.
I want to circle back to what I was saying, though, about those years of experience. It's so critical. There is no substitute for experience, but what coaches have done for myself and for Priscilla is they have basically taken out some of the heartache and the things that have caused them to stumble along the way and learn the hard way. You're still going to learn the hard way no matter what. But imagine if you had every single bit of our knowledge and experience over the last, I've been, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 14, professionally since I was in my 20s, say 20 years. All this shit that I've been through, if I could say, hey, let me line this out step by step for you. And this is where I made my mistake. So let's avoid that. And let's give you the critical items that you need. You are condensing 20 years of knowledge into a very short period of time that's going to allow you to grow exponentially and reach your goal and get results exponentially faster. Remember, time is limited. If you're older, if you're just getting started, there's plenty of fucking time. You just have to get a fucking coach.
And this is why we do what we do.
Well,
for a very small amount of people.
That's true. Well, the other thing about coaching too is coaches provide accountability. So you have check-ins with them, and it's so easy to get caught up and say, I'm going to do this. And write down all your goals, do all the goal setting stuff that we've talked about in the past, write them all down, and then just get caught up in life. And when you get caught up in life and your current cycle that you're in, you get stuck there because change is hard. But coaches hold you accountable. And I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm going to use a current one because we've talked about some of the previous ones, the coaches. I've actually, I keep mentioning Tony Robbins a lot because he is a big mentor for us. We've been to several of his seminars. I actually had a Tony Robbins coach for a while, a business coach. Did amazing things for me. Priscilla's now using a business coach from Tony Robbins.
Freaking love the results.
I'm talking things, a lot of it's accountability, but a lot of it is mindset work. Just like we talked about, they're just fucking amazing. But the most recent example I would say would be my motorcycle racing coach, Tyler O'Hara. I have goals, guys, and I think I have what is the standard midlife crisis. I'm 39, I'm gonna be 40 in November, and there are things that I haven't done in my life that I want to do, and I'm quickly realizing that there is a time frame involved in all of that. And so last year, when I got back on the bike, I had a 14-year hiatus from riding motorcycles. I got on the track and I was like, dude, I love this. I remember this. I wanted to race when I was a kid. So I started watching the races and I started following who was racing where and looked at MotoGP, which is the world superbike championships. It's the big dogs. I'm like, I would love to do that. I wonder what the oldest guy is. And the oldest guy is a little bit older than me. But the cutoff for that is 42. So there's 3 years. And, you know, if anybody out there is listening that is in the motorcycle world, they're going to say I'm fucking crazy. And that's fine. Because I set my goals so damn high. It's something I say all the time. I say, set the bar so high that people laugh at you. And then when you accomplish that, who's laughing now? I did that. I did it with Body Spartan. I did it with WWE. I've done it numerous times.
I think that's pretty much essentially what I did when I was well over 100 pounds overweight. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I think I have a 6-pack today.
Well, yeah.
And then one day I actually did see a 6-pack. I'm like, it's under there somewhere. It must
but,
be.
you know, people would have laughed at that goal.
Absolutely.
To lose over 100 pounds in the time period that you did. What I'm talking about with this whole motorcycle thing is I got a 3-year plan. And it's going to sound so fucking stupid to some people that are in the motorcycle world. And if I don't make it, I don't fucking make it. But in my head, I'm making it. I want to be in the worlds. I got 3 years to do it. How was I going to condense all that knowledge and experience in 3 years? I hired a coach, Tyler O'Hara. He's number 2 in AFM. He's done pro races. He did very well in the pro races. One day with Tyler, one track day with Tyler, I learned more from him in one day than I had in 6 months of trying it on my own. And I had guys telling me, you know, they weren't anywhere near at Tyler's level, but just little tips and tricks here and there. So it's kind of the same thing as you guys floundering around on the internet looking for tips and tricks, even taking stuff off the site, workouts, but just not having the full gamut of the knowledge that P and I have. Like if I were to take you under my wing and say, okay, so-and-so that's listening right now, I'm going to stand by your side. I'm going to talk to you once a week. I'm going to jump on the phone with you once a week. I'm going to hold your hand until you're done with your fitness program. I guarantee that you would hit your goal. No questions asked. Because my knowledge or Priscilla's knowledge of fitness, physique, nutrition, physique transformation, there's no substitute for that. We know every little aspect of it. And we can show you the shortcuts, just like Tyler showed me ways to shave lap times, like seconds off my lap times that I would have never thought of, just little tiny things. And there's also big things too. But dude, one day with him, I learned more in one day than in 6 months of trying it on my own. That's how important it is. And now he's at my side every track day. Imagine how far I've come. I've only had 7 track days, not even a full season. And here's my race. And I'm already... we've done some research on the lap times to win the race, and I've already broken those lap times. It's unheard of for my short amount of motorcycle riding experience. And I'm not going to lie. It's not like I rode bikes all my life. I say that sometimes. I rode bikes all my life because it feels like it. Dude, I had a sport bike, a little 600cc F2 when I was, 22P when we had that, we were dating.
Yeah.
I had it for 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6 months. I laid it down. I high-sided and I sold it because, you know, we were young. We're like, oh, I want to live to be whatever. Dude, I rode for 6 months. I've ridden for a year now. So I have a total of, I have 18 months of riding under my belt and less than, 6 months on the track?
But you have lived, eaten, breathed.
Eat, sleep, shit motorcycles every fucking day. That's
and you
how
better
bad I want
believe
it.
we don't see the guy. He's either working or he's writing. Like, that's it.
Or I'm talking to my coach. I'm talking to Tyler. There's one of the, like tomorrow, Tyler calls me like, hey, the Moto America, the pros are at Sonoma Raceway. Let's go. I want to go to practice with you. I want you to be there to see them line up. I want you to understand what they go through. I want you to watch the races and learn. I'm like, yeah, he's going to give me full breakdowns. Like, who would have thought to go and just watch?
And there are such powerful things about going to like a coach that's specific, like Tyler. But the right coach will help you in every single aspect of your life. They'll set you up with somebody like Tyler if you want to be a racer. They're going to help you in every single aspect of life, not just fitness. They're going to help you call in the money, call in the lover, heal your emotions, heal your relationships, create a happier life with more clarity. You're going to know what you want and you're going to know how to get it. They're going to create a specific game plan.
And Tyler has a very specific game plan for me.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what's so cool? He had all this cool stuff he put on the bike, all this electronic shit. It's like a data logger that goes on his bike, and it also goes on my bike, and he runs laps with me. But we can break down the information on a laptop after each session, and he can show me like my entry speeds compared to his in the corners, my lines, like where I am on the track compared to where he is. I mean, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
I'm talking like crazy, like braking, all that sort of stuff on a laptop in front, like all this science that it would take me years to figure out. I had a 20-minute breakdown session.
And I just want to like pull this back into
plan.
any goal. You've got to have quantifiable goals and be able to assess them and measure them and see if they're working. So I love that. That's a brilliant point.
One of the things we always say is if it can't be measured, it can't be managed. That's why goal setting is so important. That's one of the things that Tyler did with me in the very beginning. He was like, "What are your big goals?" And I told him, he's like, "Okay, cool. We got some work to do. Let's get to it." Like you gotta know the goals. You have to have a coach that has a very specific plan for you.
And one of the reasons that people don't meet their goals is because they've got some sort of garbage belief about what they're capable of accomplishing. And we've talked about this with you guys so many times. The limiting belief. What is that?
The self-limiting belief.
Exactly. What is that thing that you're believing about yourself or about your life or about what's possible that needs to be abolished and replaced by a new empowering belief? A good coach is going to help you accomplish that.
You're gonna think right now. You go, I don't have any self-limiting beliefs. When in reality, you do. Because if you haven't reached your goals yet, if you got goals that you set and you're still listening to this podcast, you haven't turned it off yet, you have goals that you have set and you have not reached them, and you want to know how to get there faster. You want to know how to get results with anything that you do. You have self-limiting beliefs that you have to shatter, and there are specific methods and techniques to do that in our Dallas seminar. I keep bringing it up because I literally just edited it and I watched us help people with that. I have a personal coaching client that I just did this with. Well, actually, I don't want to say just, because we've been coaching for,
a long time.
A long time. It's Jared. Jared's amazing, man. He's lost 30 pounds already, and he's smashing his goals because we did a lot of mindset work in the beginning. We set goals, and I totally forgot what I was talking about. I got sidetracked. I was looking at your nipple.
It's not a nipple. It's a crystal.
I know it's a crystal. It looks like a nipple.
That was one of the edits that we
Priscilla
cut.
got this white shirt on. I'm like, dude, your nipple's super hard. And she's like, no, it's a crystal that I put in my t-shirt, and it slid down just like exactly right where her nipple is. It's totally distracting the fuck out of me. God damn it.
Is that so bad?
Anyway, back to Jared. We smashed self-limiting beliefs with him, and we did it in Dallas. But with Jared, man, it was so cool. He had these self-limiting beliefs, and we had to drag it out of him, or I had to drag it out of him. And there's a process where you really got to be real. You have to sit down with the person with no distractions, and you have to be able to get to the heart of things. And it sounds very like, oh, this is a psychological thing. Well, yeah, it is, because the mind is where everything fucking starts. And if you have some self-limiting beliefs that are deep and internal, they're going to hinder you. And you will never reach your full potential until you squash that. And I got to say, we have some pretty killer techniques we've learned over the years to help us completely obliterate that.
So when does this not work?
When does coaching not work?
When does coaching not work?
You tell me.
I think when people don't show up to their sessions.
Oh, fuck. I can go on all day about that shit.
See, if you're not going to show up, because our sessions, we do 30 minutes a week. I mean, we have a big one in the beginning. We're going to tear into your life a little bit, and we're going to get things done, because that's
the first one's always long.
The people that work with us, they're ready to work. But if you're not ready to show up 30 minutes a week, it's not going to work. If you're not willing to do what it takes to accomplish what you said you were going to do, coaching is not going to work for you.
It's like that with anything. If you're on a team sport, if you don't show up for fucking practice, guess what? It ain't going to fucking work. Think of this as like a big game you're playing right now. Like, I wouldn't dream of missing a track day with Tyler. There's no fucking way. Like, how do I get better at something if I'm not there? If I'm paying for it, I'm not there. Or if I've committed to it, I'm not there. I'm not going to make the change. If you want to go ahead and continue your life the exact same way it is right now and have delusions of it changing someday on its own, well, then just keep fucking doing what you're doing. Otherwise, show up, dude. Bring your fucking A game and be ready to change. That's when it works.
And change happens one decision at a time because you're creating new neural pathways. You're training your mind to be an achiever. Every single time the alarm clock goes off and you jump out of bed, you are creating a new future. And every time you close your eyes and roll back over, you're reminding yourself that that's just how life's going to be and that's who you are and that's what you're going to do. But if you want to create change, lasting change, results, you've got to do something you've never done.
So let's roll over these 3 steps again to get results with anything. Have an effective plan and do not deviate from it. Do the mindset work. And most importantly, have a coach. Because a coach can condense so many years of experience. So many fucking years of experience that you would spend a lifetime trying to do yourself.
You were telling me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
I was giving a dramatic pause. Thank you.
Shane.
I was looking at Instagram horse.
Shane
Smith.
You worked with him for a while, and it's so interesting because here he is, this like fitness guy, right? This awesome fitness guy. But you helped him crush out some serious business goals. And I don't know why he came to my mind just now.
Well, Shane came to me about 1.5 years ago. You know what? He was into fitness. He's not like he wasn't a fitness competitor or anything, but it was more he followed us. He loved the motivation, but he watched what we did with Body Spartan and he wanted some business help. And he just like, dude, he was very cool on social media. He's like, dude, I would do anything to have you give me some pointers on business. And for some reason, I just felt like I needed to reach out to him. And I do this occasionally, guys. I get on social media. I answer a lot of the questions, but so does the rest of my team. But I get out there, and if I see somebody needs help, I'm gonna reach out. And for some reason with Shane, I just felt like he was a cool guy, and I just kind of wanted to reach out and help him.
But we're talking like 15 personal clients a year.
Yeah.
Like with personal coaching, it's like you don't have all of the time in the world, but you get results with those that you choose to work with.
Well, what I'm saying is it started with an initial reach out. Not reach around, we reach out. And then it morphed into basically personal coaching. And Shane's desire, he was traveling a lot and he wanted to be home with his wife and his son. He was in a very similar situation to me. He wanted to know how I did it. And at first, I thought he was just looking for me to say, oh, hey, do this product and that product and make this thing and that thing. And I told him, I said, it's not going to be like that. I said, I'm going to talk to you and get to know you and understand what your skills are and what your talents are, what you're good at. We're going to take what you're good at, what you're passionate about. We're going to find a way for you to make money doing that. And over the course of, it took him about 1 year to get there, but I gave him all the tools he needed. I basically lined the process out for him. I had an effective plan for him. He developed on his own. This was all his own idea. He took everything that I had taught him and I'd mentored him with. He created an app. It started with a website, and then he created an app, and it was the combination. It was bringing chiropractic, massage, and acupuncture together into an app where there were set fees for these services. So the app set a fee, and the chiropractor or massage therapist or acupuncturist would agree to these fees. And the user then goes, oh, cool. It's kind of like Uber, except you don't get a ride, you know? it's just like you pay the fee.
Like Uber, but no ride.
You set your appointment on the phone. And he did a great job. He crushed it. And he's working from home now,
but
dude.
You
the
helped
guy's
him
amazing.
Leverage his gifts that he already had.
I did. He had all this internally, and I knew from the very first conversation that he was going to be successful. He just needed he needed the tools. He needed what I knew for him to be able to succeed in the short amount of time that he did.
And he needed to be able to see his own areas of gifting. Because when we look in the mirror, we kind of pick ourselves apart. But when there is somebody who is specialized in finding those features that really stand out, those reasons you're different in the world, and helping draw out your passions, it's like that's when things go to work. And, check out the website. Just go there. See the results. It's bodyspartan.com/personal
//
personal-coaching. Check it out. See some of the results and ask yourself if you're ready to take it to the next level. And I'm not saying click any buttons. Don't click a button because we're not sure if you're even right for something like this. This isn't something that we put out to the public, but what we would be willing to offer you is a 20-minute breakthrough session. If you're ready to really, really, really break through in your life and you want somebody to call you and help you decide what steps you need to take to really progress in your life.
And not just anyway, somebody from our team.
This is part of our family. We want to make that available to you.
And again, what Priscilla was saying is, this is don't go to that personal coaching page, just click the button. Because honestly, guys, we don't work with just anybody. I'm very picky about who I work with. And so is Priscilla, because I want to choose people that want to succeed. If you're not ready to succeed, if you're not ready to put in the effort, if you're not ready to show up, don't fucking click that button.
Why? Because we build success stories. And if we feel like you're not ready, we're not ready to do that, because we're kind of success junkies. I hear the motorcycle too.
I know. I've got the window open. I hear
What
this.
is that thing?
I'm listening.
It sounds like yours.
No. Mine's a cross plane motor. That's ricey. That's probably a Gixxer Gixxer's a little throaty too. I'm listening. I can't figure it out.
Something's singing outside the window.
I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is, guys, just we build success stories. And I need somebody that's going to show up and put in the work every week. I don't want somebody that's going to schedule something and then me call them and they're not there or they're doing something else. I need dedicated fucking people that are ready to sit down for half an hour, give me their life for half an hour, because I'm going to change their life. We're going to change their life. This isn't, do it on the phone while you're at the fucking gym or do it in the car while you're driving. This is give me your fucking mind, give me your time, and give me your goddamn effort, because without it, nothing's going to happen. You're going to stay the fucking same. So don't click the fucking button. But if you do, I tell you what, like Priscilla said, if you want somebody to reach out to you and have this breakthrough session with you, if you're on the fence, you're deciding, you can do a couple things. You can go to bodyspartan.com/free-strategy-session. bodyspartan.com/free-strategy-session. And there's a questionnaire there that you will fill out. It's 3 steps. It's very short. It should take you about 3 or 4 minutes to fill the thing out. But it's going to allow us to assess whether or not you are a good fit for us. And I'm very serious when I say this. We have very limited spots, and I want the right people. I don't want to waste my time on people that are half-assing it, or people that don't truly want to be successful, or people that don't want to change their life. If you're happy the way you are, that's fine.
And a week ago, we had 0 spots. So this is kind of new, and it's not going to last very long. I've got 2 coming up. Gabe's got 3 that are opening up, just because our 12-week sessions are ending and our freaking people are crushing it. And they're family now, which is nuts. I can't believe that they're graduating. Ah.
It's pretty fucking rad. One thing I will say is that you're going to have questions. And you're going to have things that get in the way, or you're going to have reasons that you haven't gone to the free strategy session page and signed up for that free phone call. And it's going to be, some of it's going to be money. You'll be like, oh, this costs money. Well, yeah, guess fucking right. Everything, it does cost fucking money.
Well, the free session doesn't cost money.
The free session doesn't.
And it's going to add a massive amount of value to your life.
The free session,
free. It's when you decide to schedule it, just freaking don't even do anything else. Just go right now to your computer and schedule it. What's the website again?
bodyspartan.com/free strategy session with dashes in between free and strategy.
So it's like, wait,
free dash really strategy dash session. You know what sucks about that?
Strategies
I should just make it you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put the fucking link in the description. So click the link in the description and go there. Get your free strategy session. Doesn't cost you a fucking dime. It's not a sales pitch. It's a chance for you to sit down for 30 minutes with one of our team members and have a breakthrough session. And if you decide at the end of that phone call that you want to coach with P or me, then that opportunity will be there for you. If you think you got what you need out of the breakthrough session, phenomenal.
It might be, because there aren't that many spots left. But if it's not us, find somebody.
Well, I will tell you what.
If we are filled up.
the breakthrough specialist that's going to call you will assess that for us. That's the whole reason we have that questionnaire. It's going to be assessed, and we'll know if we're a good fit by the end of that. And if you're not a good fit, that's great. You know, there are other ways that we can help you. If you are a good fit, then what are you fucking waiting for, man? If you're worried about the money, think about Shane. We made money for him. He walked out of there. Well, when I say walked out of there, he didn't really walk out of anywhere. He finished his mentoring with me, and he works from home now. He has an app that is doing incredibly well. And he no longer works at his other job where he travels all the fucking time. We made money. We found money for him, and we created massive amounts of revenue for him. And it's not about business always, guys. It's going to be about fitness. It might be about business, but I mean, we're here for you. We are here for you. And I want to make success stories. That's what I want.
And speaking about people who are here, you are here right now, and we want to honor you for that. We recognize you. We see you. We see your power. We see what you're capable of. And we know that you can feel from your heart what is right in your life and what you're being drawn towards and magnetized towards. And we believe in you. We know that you can do this. And if you want something different in your life, you must try something that you've never tried in order to achieve those results. Now's your time. This is your moment.
I'm just thinking about Instagram whores. And on that note, we are going to get out of here, guys. Go get your free strategy session. We love you. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week. For more free information on fitness, nutrition, and bodybuilding, visit us at www.bodyspartan.com.
Undeniable, I'm a man with a plan, understand.